Yes, it might feel like you have lost yourself again, or in this burnout circle again, here in this place where you feel like you have been before and you're afraid that history will repeat itself and your life will never really make that big change you were hoping for. And also at the same time, you have this hope of that big change, of that big breakthrough finally. And maybe you have this feeling deep down that this time it might be different, that you have a feeling of something bigger this time, something huge can happen. Maybe it's very quiet, but let's make that bigger, because I promise you that this time it can really be different. This time it can really be that big breakthrough that you've been waiting for years and been working so hard for, or that big change in your life. And let me help you here today, because we need to create that space to allow it to happen. We don't need to force it. We don't need to fix you even more. We don't need to, yes, force yourself to make that change. There's a small shift that needs to happen inside of you, just to open, to allow it, to allow this big change. And I promise you, it can happen this time. So my name is Jeanette. Welcome to my channel, and let's talk about this, because I have been this place so many times, and I have been forced to work with it to find my happiness in life, right? It doesn't mean that it never happens to me anymore, because, oh yes, it does. But it becomes more and more easy to make that change happen, because I know what it is that needs to change inside of me to allow it to happen. Because I used to try and fix it. I used to look elsewhere. I looked through all spiritual channels and courses, and trying to heal myself and fix myself, and learning more and more, and searching and spreading my energy here on YouTube and everywhere, and watching and sucking to me to try and see, to try and fix what is it that I'm not doing. And that might just be the biggest block that you have, because this feeling of that you lost yourself, that who am I now? Even if you lost your job, or you're feeling like your job is just like, what am I doing here? I know I'm here to do something else, but why can I not feel it? Why can I not get clarity on it? Why can I not make those choices that will make that change? Because there's still this feeling inside of you. If you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling lazy or guilty for not having the enthusiasm or the energy or that vibrant you that you know exists, but you're just not feeling it, you're feeling kind of pointless, or your passion has sucked a little bit out of you, and even your purpose maybe has disappeared a little bit, that you cannot see it, and it looks so far away, maybe even further than ever. And this is a big sign that yes, you are burned out, that it might be a slight depression. If you do suffer from big depression, I do recommend, of course, you go to a therapist. But I have been in this a few times where it would have been like a depression, but I also know deep down in myself that it's something calling for my attention. And this identity crisis or confusion, that I don't know who I am anymore, or what I want, why can I not just feel, okay, this is what I want. So this is what we need to open for, because we're stuck in between the identity that no longer fits you. That is what your body is showing you right now. When you're feeling this heaviness, when you're feeling this like lazy, it's not lazy. It's an opening to the identity that has been trying to call on you. I was almost going to say force itself, but in some ways, yes, sometimes it's trying to force you to see it. So either if you lose your job, or if your relation breaks up, or something big happens in your life, or maybe a lot of big changes has happened, and you kind of feel like you have lost yourself in it. So if this feels like you, I know that, and you can feel it when I say it, that this might have been the best thing that could have happened to you. Even if you lost your job, or somebody break up with you, or you lost somebody, it can be painful right here, right now, but it can be the best thing, because it's kind of forcing you, or it's allowing you time, or a space to feel what needs to come out. Because I promise you, this can be the breakthrough you have been working so hard for, you have been moving yourself towards, healing yourself towards. So we just need to shift the mindset right here, exactly, to not let history repeat itself, right? Because maybe you have this fear a little bit vibrating, that you are afraid and that history might repeat itself, that you will make a wrong choice again and lose yourself, or end up in the same relationship again, end up in the same kind of job again, because we know you will, if you do it from that old identity. And that's why we need to allow this identity to come through, to make choices from this, to go over the barrier and into the next level of you, to make decisions from here, to not find that job again that burns you out, or have bad colleagues, or that same kind of relationship again, or stuck in that house that is draining you, right? So we need to open that identity. It's still not yet here, but we need to feed it. We need to allow it. So when we are not trying to force that change, and then you might be like, but just, what else can I do? If you also say that rest will not do it this time, just rest, because if you go to the doctor, just rest, right? If you have burnout or whatever, you need to take it easy. But yes, something also need to change. Something different need to change in your energy, in your mind shift, in your mindset. Mind shift, yes. So there is a place in your nervous system where you have been living from survival mode in this area of your life. It's not necessarily all areas, but it can also be several areas. But that's making you feel lazy and heavy and passionless or directionless, and you cannot find the clarity. That is basically because your nervous system is standing in your way right here, right now. That your nervous system is still working from the old identity, and we need to have create that space for the new identity, right? But we need to allow that old identity to die. And this place where we're allowing it to die, it can sound so dramatic or whatever, but also I am a little bit dramatic. I'm triple Scorpio, so I love the drama. No, but that's also something we need to work with, that to because that's quite often what we have when we end up here losing ourselves, losing our or not knowing ourselves, or have lost ourselves to somebody else, is that we can feel it as safety, as yes, as safety, and what we know so well, drama, right? But what you want in your life might not be drama, right? It might be the opposite, or a job where you feel like joy and uplifted, and you feel vibrant in your body, and you feel like this is who I am, and you show up in this vibrant energy, and you can feel clarity. You feel clarity of, I need to make that important decision now in my life that is going to as ring in the water, change everything. Just like let it happen, right? And this is basically what can happen. And I know you believe that deep inside, when we just make that one small click change, right? It's like rings in the water that will change everything slowly, slowly, and it's just happening in front of you. And no, I'm not just talking about sitting in the sofa and watching it happen, but it's making you make small choices here and there, because now you're finally stepping into that identity. But we need to work on the nervous system first, because the nervous system is still working from this fear of history repeating itself, and also not feeling safe, and also not feeling like it's safe to be you, right? We need to go deep down into the belief that made you come here in this, or made this happen in this first place, made you make those choices of hustling jobs, of hard, hustling jobs, or these relationships where you feel devalued, or where you feel like you cannot be entirely yourself, or you feel yourself smaller, you make yourself smaller. We need to make you feel safe to be out here, feel safe to be happy. We need to allow this nervous system that came from the old identity to to fall apart, and to build up this nervous system from the new identity of safety, of pure self-worth, of just a knowing that it is mine. And of course, I always get what I want. And it's not about asking of so many things in life. It's just really it's a matter of being in you, feel safe in you, and opening up to all these amazing things that can happen in your life. Because this moment, if you hear right now, if you are attracted to this video, it means that some big breakthrough is trying to crack through to you, and we need to make that shift in you. And it's, when we talk about it like this, it can seem like a big work that we need to change this whole nervous system, but actually it's not. Actually, it can happen in one click once you start understanding that I need to lean into this. I need to lean into the new identity. I need to lean in and just believe that, holy freaking moly, some amazing things that I cannot even imagine right now can happen to me. If I believe, not just believe, but I know that I'm already worthy of it. And to not feel stressed or forced to have to find a solution right now, because maybe money, time, or people around you is pushing you or stressing you, or you're just feeling like, I lost time and I'm out of time. No, the timing is completely right. It's exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And that's a big, big thing. That's where I want you to start today. Just leaning into the timing is completely right. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I have lots of time, and this is only just the beginning of this big, amazing life and shift that's just already happening right now. Can you feel it? Once you shift your mindset to this and not feeling in pain or in stressed about being here in this again, or because that's your old identity talking right now. The new identity, but I don't want you to see also that it's a new identity. It's who you always was meant to be, right? It's just this identity in this life that you're really truly wanting to live, that needs to open. And that's what I'm going to talk more and more about on this channel now. So stay tuned, and you know what to do. Because as you see, this is something that I'm really, truly passionate about, that we can do something in just one shift, in one click, and everything can just, you get me, fall into place, right? We just need to create the space for it. We just need to lean back and open and allow it. And I know that sometimes sounds more easy said than done, right? But once you truly understand it on your nervous system, it truly, really is so simple. And I only know this because I had to do it so many times in my life, that now I no longer get so stressed when something happens in my life where things can seem like it's falling apart, but it just means that it's creating space for something newer and better and more aligned with who I'm opening up to be.